So I didn't really follow Seleccionada Nacional, or whatever it's called, the Romanian national selection. So, and after all of the drama that had gone on between this song winning over that Laura Breton song, like a lot of it kind of was unsure. I didn't really understand what the hype was on either of them. So I listened to Laura Breton first, and I thought it was like, all right, fair enough. It's like an okay song, like quite typical, stereotypical. Then listen to this, and my mind was just blown straight away. This is class coming from Romania this year. Honestly, it has that perfect blend of like mystery and darkness and also kind of sultriness as well. Um, I will say I don't really enjoy the revamp. I think it could have been perfectly left on it, like on its own, without being revamped or anything like that. I feel it kind of loses a little bit of its spark, which is annoying because when you fall in love with an original unvamped version, and it's just when it gets redone, it's such a hassle, and to try and fall in love with it again. But overall, the song itself is fantastic. I listen to it all the time. It's actually my number one. It's my number one overall this year. It's my winner.
Whoa.
So I'm so happy that I can actually vote for it in the semi-final when I come back from university. And yeah, although I will say there's a couple of things that I don't really enjoy about this. The whole song as a whole, like, it's fantastic. I just wish that some of the music wasn't as manipulated as much as it was as much as it is in the revamped version. If they had just left it kind of like sounding acoustic, but then as it goes in, it kind of gets darker and more punch. It's like, I would have really preferred to have left it on its own. The other thing is definitely, I just hope that Esther I hope she doesn't overperform, because the problem with her in terms of how she performed both in the final of the Romanian selection and every other pre-party that she's been to, I think the only one she's really been to so far is Amsterdam, I think. But it's just the way she performs. She goes like, cause it's so like that kind of, like, she's overperforming because she thinks that's what people want to hear. But that's the problem. It's not really what people want to hear. I think it's because she wants to appeal to so many people, saying, oh, look at me, I'm original. I can sing in a really kind of nasally voice. So if she went back to the Romanian national selection, the semi-final that she performed in, and kept that staging and kept the way that she performed that song, Romania would be easily going into the final, no problem. I full on see this being a dark horse, honestly. I'm trying my best not to like let my own personal bias get into this, but of course, like, it's just such a bop, honestly, and I love singing it and just absolutely peeing off my neighbors while I'm trying to do the falsetto bits. So just go with it, it'll be fine. I'll just practice it on a Sunday and it'll be fine.
John, what about you?
I guess I'm glad that this song is getting a fair hearing, because, due to complete viewer apathy in Romania at the moment, it didn't get hardly any love from the televote at all. The problem I have is that when she performed this in Amsterdam, the organisers set off smoke bubbles, and that's the only thing I can remember from the performance. My friends and I were popping the bubbles in time with the music during the song, and that's all I can remember doing now. So whenever I hear this song, I imagine myself popping bubbles in the air. Yay!
Oh my God!
Yay! Yeah, this, Romania again are borderline. a bit like last year, really. Um, and it's not what I want Romania to fail. I really don't. I want them to make the final. But there are a lot of songs on the borderline in this semi-final, and the, Eurovision, you're not giving me much to work with here. I want to be able to make predictions, and I can't right now.
Okay, I guess it's my turn.
Uh
Oh dear.
oh.
Now, now it's not the worst song, but oh dear God, does this not reward repeated listens? Like, oh God, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is fine, but you kind of heard it all after 2 minutes. But it's just like once you hear it a few times, like it, for me at least, it just starts to get quite irritating. It's just a repeated EAs, and I'm not a fan of this kind of American Horror Story kind of styling that they're going for with the video and stuff like that. Just like it just like strikes a bit of an odd note with a breakup song for me at least. And with this revamp, they've added this falsetto bit at the very end, which for me I just find really painful to listen to. Sorry, Rory, but I know you really like that bit, but I can't deal with that bit. It's just, like I agree with you that this is borderline. I also agree, like, I don't want to wish misfortune on any country, but it just sort of like, I don't know. I wouldn't be terribly pleased if this ended up qualifying, although I wouldn't be terribly surprised. Sorry, Rory.
Oh, you're sowing all sorts of like sadness here. I'm just like, no, don't hurt her.
I guess loving this song is a hard price to pay.
Oh.
Oh,
Bobo.
Okay.
unbelievable.
Okay. Anything else before we give this a score?
Can we just say that loving you is a hard price to pay, pay,
Okay. So let's give this a score. I'm gonna give this a 2.
Scandal.
It's yet another 3 from me.
And given the fact that it is my number one, I'm gonna have to give it a 5.
Okay,
Obviously.
and the public give it a 3 out of 5.